Trump meets Trump meets South African president. Diplomacy fallout. Great fallback. What we gonna do, brothers? The meeting was crazy. I was watching after the streaming, and I was like, "What's going on? This situation is messed up. Who gonna tell Trump what to do?" Because I was not expecting that many sides. So you cannot have a diplomacy fallout of that magnitude. Nothing. The energy was not there. It was chaotic meeting, and I was astonished because I was not expecting that to happen. And very few would understand what I'm saying here, man. Very few. I could not believe what I saw with my eyes, in Oval Office. Diplomatic fallout. Ramaphosa from South Africa going to United States to go and meet Mr. Trump. That was a huge embarrassment. When the colors don't match, the energy is dislocating, nothing is in order. Wow. Have you seen a white man begging another white man and the mediator is a black man in between? I saw it. I saw it. The greatest embarrassment that can ever happen to the South African government dignitaries that went to visit Trump was when Trump said, let's play the song or the video of farmers' killings in South Africa. Turn off the lights, play the video. And the entire house, the mood changed. I was not believing what I saw with my eyes. Because it's like the house was full of anxiety. Hi, Mystical. Hi. How are you? I'm busy with the malinnovation of my house, and so many things are going on here. And I decided to go live. Hope you're doing great, Jamaican Queen. You are my Jamaican Queen. Jamaican Queen. Oh, Jamaican women are good. They have discipline, they have morals, they are focused. If you get one, things will work. Good. I hope you're doing great with your family. This issue of the Trump has made me, to be traumatized because it's exclusive diplomatic fallout. And if you happen to come across what happened in White House a few days ago, when Ramaphosa, the South African president, jetted in and booked an appointment with Trump to discuss political issues, investment, opportunity, trade. And in reverse political mode, what he was hit with is reciprocating, is retreating, because you cannot book a diplomatic appointment with a global power and then all of a sudden you are criticized and told you're killing farmers, your people are killing farmers. And Lama Posa, because he's a constitutional lawyer, a very intelligent lawyer, he had to say that is a different opinion from a different political view and political policy, and that is not government policy. And in South Africa, we have got a constitution that is all inclusive. That was a great diplomatic response to a bully president who really wanted to show the world how bad it is in South Africa. I lived in South Africa for almost 6 years, and I never had in those farm killings and all what he was talking about. So, Ramaphosa could not have approached Trump at this time because Trump is trying to balance the global power, and particularly the Middle East is where he's focused. It doesn't count when you go to visit somebody, you book an appointment to visit somebody, and there's political criticism. Instead of you waiting for that person to call you or to just board the plane and come to you, like what he did in Gulf, Saudi Arabia. He had to go there because he was going to look for money. He was not going to do anything. He was going to look for money and show political, economic muscle can be exercised at any cost. And eventually he managed. So he went where he think is more important. He need more political balance in Gulf than South African president visiting him, and that is why he talked the way he talked. How did you get my number, Mr. President? How can you ask another president, how did you get my number? That is I did not understand. I do not understand why you should approach such a high level digital meeting with such a statement. How did you get? I don't know where he got my number. And Ramaphosa was also very great reader because what he told Trump, he told him, I don't have a jet to give you to put into your Air Force One. That was sarcastic. I really like the way he put it. In other words, he was saying, I don't have a gift for you. I don't have I don't have I don't have a jet to give to you like the Qatar did. So I'm here to look for leverage. We talk, we discuss points, and we see if these 600 and something South African multinational companies that are based in South Africa, they're going to increase their investment. And in return, South African companies are going to increase from 2030 in American market. That was the main thing. Because right now, Trump is trying to call the dollar home because the dollar has been printed and given out. Hyperinflation is rising. America debt is rising to 32 trillion. Who is going to pay then? China is holding much of the money. So that's why he's imposing all this tariff. And consider South Africa was hit with 52% tariff by Trump administration. So now all these, and then South Africa trying to run away from the dollar and trying to build the BRIC economic bloc, and forgetting that 600 and something multinational companies based in South Africa, they are American companies. So you will not pull American companies to BRIC and take their money there. That is what the South African government forgot, because you cannot go to White House with delegates, including the political leaders from different political parties and prominent business people, mostly white people from South African community, to go and face Trump administration and discuss what you're discussing with Trump. Trump doesn't need you. He will not need you. He wants oil, and that is why you are the one who went to White House. For him, he went to Gulf because he need oil. He doesn't need gold at the moment. So you need to understand. Hello, hi. You want to tell me something or what? What? You want to tell me something?
I just want to just not understand what you're doing.
So I'm just doing podcasts on the
Oh,
YouTube.
for YouTube.
Yes,
You have a YouTube channel.
yes, I have. So Trump is trying to figure out actually what is the future, because he found a mess at White House. There was nothing there, and what he found out is that there's a very big problem. Financial disbursement is becoming a very big problem. How this money is being distributed and utilized without accountability, he is trying to cut off the supply chain and win big against those people who thought they had it in their custody. And at this time, everybody worldwide is going to suffer. You will not approach Trump with the mentality of creating peace or trying to run a business, because he will not allow you to do that. He will embarrass you. And I don't think you will like it. You will be in a very bad position. This is not the time to go to him. It's the time for you to let him come to you. No matter how the situation is back in your country, you cannot go to him this moment. Wait for him to send the delegates. The delegates will come and tell you what he wants to say. There was no vibe There was no intellect communication. Intellectual, you know, dispute that we have witnessed was so chaotic in a way. Everybody, even somebody who doesn't understand political, you know, narratives, will say there was a big problem there, the Trump administration, and there's nothing you can do about it. Whatever the case it was, that was fabrication, cosmetic leadership, because I was not expecting that to happen to regime that is not that is not disputed. It's legitimate from both sides. Because remember, the government of national unity in South Africa was created after fallout, after ANC failed to create a majority in parliament. They had to look for the partners. And that is exactly what happened. And thereafter, it became something we have never seen before. There are some white boys here who are throwing each other into the canal. I hope you're understanding what my point is. And to take away Trump is going to be very difficult. Very, very, very difficult. I know what I'm saying. Why are you putting him there? Those white boys there, they are just playing games, you know. I'm doing some construction here, as I have to see. So I'm trying to balance my stuff, cooking. Oh, sorry. So you can see some of the things don't need to be told. When you become a bachelor in your own resources, you have to manage yourself. I told you I'm doing some constructions, what you can see. So I'm doing some pavement and I'm cooking some meat there. And then I'm coming on the street here because I have responsibility to do my things right. Yeah, you're the next. He's going to pull you there. He's going to put you. All right. I'm waiting to see. So, what needs to be done right now is to understand who is in the White House. That person is not just anybody. And what he is pushing for, he is not going for imperialism or globalization. He wants centralized capitalism, whereby he owns it all. And then he dictate the terms of doing business or engagement or doing things together. That's what you're forgetting. And to have this kind of leadership, Africa is excluded because you don't offer anything apart from raw materials. So he is looking at what can generate more dollars for him, and that is energy sector. Where is the energy from? It's from Middle East. What is the condition in Middle East? There's war. War is more money because ammunitions are coming from American system, and these ammunitions, on the other side, the fuel. War cannot be fought if there's no fuel. The fuel is being supplied by the American companies. The logistics for war is supplied by American companies. So that is where the interest is, and that is why you can take a flight and go to the Middle East, even if it is for 4 to 5. My Jamaican queen, I wish you the best. Me, I don't have a problem. You can go. I'm okay for the time you have been here. I really appreciate you. So there's so many things we need to put into consideration, think about, try to figure out what is the main cause of this problem. But very little is put into perspective. Very little is put into perspective. So what next? I was not expecting what I saw there. The moment the song was sung, I felt like the world is crumbling down. I didn't know what to do. Kill the Boer, shoot the Boer. What? I did not understand that song. What was it all about? We need to buy some freedom of expression because if we do that, we will have what you call sense of belonging. And these are not things that you can just wake up and find on the silver platter. You need to work for them. No, but who knows what they discussed thereafter? Because that was just a mainstream multi-international media platform whereby everybody was given a chance to ask a question, and the president had to do what he did. Both sides got tales that are diverse and they're not adding up. And the reason why these tales are not adding up is simply because one is trying to outsmart the other, and the other one is trying to justify the cost of the pain. Do you think this is working well? No, it's not working well. It's not working well. Right now, as we speak, South Africa doesn't have a diplomat in America, and America doesn't have a diplomat in South Africa. So, how are they working out on communication? How can countries continue having investment partnered when there's no diplomatic ties? That becomes very difficult because the companies, especially maybe American companies, even in case they happen to invest or to withdraw resources from South Africa, they need diplomacy, links or network, interconnectivity. Where is it? Who's going to facilitate that on behalf of American citizens, on behalf of American government? Who is going to facilitate that? Actually, that is something, whoever advised the South African government first to rush to America to counterattack Trump sentiments, he who did that, that was the wrong timing, actually. Because as we speak, there's no diplomacy. There is no diplomacy. So how did even that means to, for South African government to contact Trump and tell him that we are coming to America, they had to call him direct because it's like they had his number, private number, maybe. There's no ambassador. There's nothing. There's nothing. I was thinking South Africa decided to leave American and westernized economy to East for good. Now they're going back there, things are not working, they want to beg. Who told you to compare yourself with Russia? Russia got everything. They have oil. They got everything they need. They got everything. They're not borrowing anything. Technologies, they have them. Satellite communication, they have on it. Ammunitions, they manufacture them. Agriculture, they have everything. Gold, they have it. Raw materials, they have. Silicon, they have. Aviation industry is thriving. Car industry, energy sector is booming. Agriculture is booming. Even if they say they don't want America, it's fine. But South Africa, 90% of the investment in South Africa is American. So how can you just try to swift your way and go east to join the BRICS, and yet you still need America? Then what do you want to do with that? Because that is actually now the bottom line. Don't think that Trump is stupid. Don't think Trump is stupid. He isn't stupid. He's not. He's just watching the fallout. He has been there when the Joe Biden was there, so he knows where to start and how to go about it. And you will not teach me anything, neither. So there's nothing new you are coming to bring on the table for him to digest politically or whatever the case. It is what it is. It is what it is. Nobody would wish to be treated or to be bullied the way the South African government was bullied. It was so bad. When I saw Trump talking to the president, the way he was talking, he had this charisma to to prove it's I don't know. I don't know. He had this charisma, you know. Hey, this narrative must change. Learn to be dependent. Because I don't know reason why everybody is learning to White House. What is that so special? What is that that you want there? That you don't have in any other place? That you have to get it there? What is that? What are you looking for there? You need to understand. You have diplomatic channels to use when you want to outreach to multi-international community, not approaching dialectically like what they did. That's chaotic. That is chaotic. And how the people knows it was chaotic. I'm cooking some stuff. I want to finish cooking some stuff. And then thereafter, I'm gonna come back here. But first, let me cook. You can see for yourself what it is. It is what it is. Sharp. You see what's going on here? I'm putting the pavement for my house. So who is going to tell you what to do, where? Hello.
Hey, how's it?
I'm good. Man. So what next? What next? I'm eating some meat. And the meat is sweet. I want to go and get something. So
so I can be able to cook my food. Who else is here? Nobody. Okay. Well, I'm busy cooking some stuff. I believe everything is going to be fine. I'm done with the conversation. What I was talking about, it was all about the break administration and the implication of the person going to White House uninvited, self-invitation, then grilled, and thereafter everybody saw what happened. Trump administration doesn't care. And it's like people are not listening, they're not understanding what is going on. Trump is America first. America first. Any deal, any business you want to do with Trump must be America first. That is it. No shortcut about it. No shortcut about it. I don't know how many times I'll keep on talking about it. Because like you don't understand. He's not interested with what you have. He's interested with what can benefit America. And if you cannot benefit America, he doesn't need you. He doesn't need you. You know, sometimes when you speak the truth, people hate you. When you try to elaborate a point, people look you down. Then who will talk about it? Because that diplomatic conversation was a mess. There was no protocol observation. The bodily action was everywhere. And it was like it didn't work out very well. We don't know thereafter what happened in the boardroom. Maybe they apologized to each other, but Trump cannot apologize. Telling a president, I don't know how you got my number. Wow, that's deep. Expelling a diplomat. Hey, that's not something to take lightly. It is something to think beyond imagination. And no, there's no communication, but there's a barrier. And to overcome that barrier with the current tense situation which is there is very difficult. So we don't know what next or what's going to happen thereafter. Because I was thinking maybe Trump can listen. What I was thinking. But I realize it's what he wants, not what you want. What he wants when it comes to the picture. You got to do nothing. You got to do nothing. Because you offer nothing, you ought to listen, to submit, to wait for the outcome because he can't give you immediate answer. It's horrible, but we're gonna get there. There's very little we can do to help you, brothers. Very little. It is what it is. Who is there for me? Every time I'm going outside, I want to come with something, but I'm forgetting one crucial thing, which is my charger for this phone because I really want to talk more, more, and because it's like I'm doing it on my own. Guys, do you really know who is in the White House? I'll tell you. I hope I'm back. And more information. I'm busy cooking some stuff, but I was talking about Trump administration and what it is all about. And I believe you understood me. Guys, have a good day. See you again in my next video.